folks, I'm sure that you can hear why Rena said it's not a book, it's an experience. So I wanted to just read. You'll see there's two parts in the book. The one is more the theory or the philosophy, very deep concepts taken from a vast range of sources, and then the other side that reads right to left as opposed to left to right is actually the prayer book, where you're moving through these 5 sections. And what Sarah did is she took the 5 levels of the soul and showed how they correlate with the 5 levels in the morning prayer. And there are beautiful transliterations page. So here you have the Hebrew with the transliteration so that you can know what this is saying in the Hebrew, and then here's a very beautiful translation. And what she did in the translation is go, I think, primarily for the meaning, to convey the meaning rather than exact literal correctness. So I want to read to you one of the beautiful pages. I mean, look at this. Just look at this.
So that is an archway of a shul in Prague.
There are synagogues from all over the world.
What's Poland and Prague? Yeah.
Look at where's this one from?
That is a framed. It's an ark cover framed in a shul in Poland. Tukochin, from the Tukochin shul.
So listen to this. This is from the prayer Elokai Neshama, where I think that's one of the most life-affirming prayers that exist, where you wake up and it doesn't matter where you've been and what you've done, you say to God, God, the soul that you have given to me, breathed into me, is pure. Just that there's nothing that can break the essence of who I am, that unwoundable point. So this is from the first section, the first level of prayer. Can I read it?
Sure.
And then you'll just put some thoughts. My soul is breathed into me from the one above, created in wholeness, fashioned in purity, and preserved in holiness. May my eyes see the beauty in all things, and may my deeds know the gift of compassionate righteousness. What do you comes to you when you hear words like that?
So yeah, I feel almost like we are a sacred prune or lemon, and we are preserved in this Hashem's pickling, pickling us, with love and holding.
And with challenges.
And challenges. But that's also with love. It's to pull out the essential ingredients in our soul that's there but covered, And if we didn't have challenges, we would never find those places of strength in ourselves. So that's taken me a long time to understand it. But we wouldn't be the same without the challenges. But I do believe that Hashem has preserved our soul with the challenges in love and purity and holiness. And in delicious, spicy and sweet oils, that are very suited to our individual souls. I think each of us is preserved with a different combination of the 11 incenses, 11 ingredients, and that once we are preserved like this, and we have this every single night, our soul goes up and is held in these oils, aromatherapy oil, and comes back down. And if we can hold that space, we can go out and see goodness. That's the challenge, to see the goodness and to do deeds of compassionate righteousness. That's what the Torah is there for, that we can show compassionate righteousness.
When you I want to hear what your favorite prayer is. I'm kind of tempted, but let's come back to that. what is your intention for people? I mean, I open this up, and for me, the word beloved of the soul is like a focus. The meditation is just through the name of the book. God is my beloved, and I am his beloved, and I matter enough that this moment counts for him, not just for me. What was your intention in writing the book?
So I had a student who became a good friend of mine in Cape Town, Balu, and she saw me davening. I would go off on the beach or wherever we were.
Just an experience to see Sarah pray.
And she asked me to teach her how to pray. So I bought her a siddur, and you can open up a siddur, especially like an art scroll, or even any siddur. The art scroll, I think, has 957 pages. And someone who has learned what prayer is, even for someone who has it, but it's intimidating and daunting. She opened that, and every page looked the same. So I wrote down very specific prayers, because I think that the beauty of this book is that it's a small, concise prayer book. It doesn't overwhelm the reader with lots and lots of prayers. It's manageable, because you never know which to leave and which are important. And so I wrote down a few prayers
for Balu,
and that became a very meaningful experience for her. It actually changed her life, because she started having a very warm relationship with Hashem, which she didn't have before. You tend to grow up in a very Christian environment where Hashem is punishing, and then even the prayer books seem to show that. Hashem is male and punishing and authoritative, and there doesn't seem to be a sense of partnership. This siddur is written that we are partners with Hashem. Hashem longs to hear us in conversation, in dialogue. That's my favorite thing. Prayer is not a monologue, it's a dialogue. And when I set out in the afternoon, no matter how hard it is to extricate myself from what I'm needing to be doing, what thrills me is that, I've got a meeting
I just
with
want
Hashem.
to make it clear that to people that you pray in the morning and the afternoon and at night, bedtime Shema. I mean, it's not like...
Yeah, I don't do that all. I do a little bit of that, yes, I do. I do the morning prayer. But my afternoon prayers, when I feel, Hashem, I've got a meeting with Hashem, that's what I have. I have a meeting with my best friend, my lover. Every afternoon you meet and you have a l'chaim. I often sit and I sing l'chaim Hashem. When I'm alone in Scarborough, that's what I do. I lift up my glass of vodka and I say l'chaim, because that's really what the prayer is, And so one of the deep things I learned about prayer is that nature abhors a vacuum. The nature of nature is that it abhors a vacuum. And so in our prayer, if you imagine a syringe where you pull back the back of the syringe that creates the vacuum, that as soon as you understand that there's a vacuum, we are the ones, when we see a vacuum or a lack in our lives, to know that we are the ones that we are the initiators of filling the vacuum. And we can do that through prayer. Prayer is to know that for the world and for ourselves individually. So that's just a beautiful, that we are called upon. We are called upon to pray. The universe is...
So let me ask you, you created this very personal prayer book that was manageable.
Yes.
And then it grew from there. You added explanations.
Yes. So I thought, then when Balu had prayed from it for about 2 years, she said, I think we should really put this out in the world so that I'm not the only one benefiting from it. And I thought, okay, we'll make a little booklet. But as soon as I started writing, I just was...
There was so much.
I found the deepest treasures.
Mm.
And I didn't look in lots of places. For me, that was the most amazing, the deepest learning for me in writing the Siddur is that the experience of prayer pulls down what needed to be in the book. I didn't have to go looking far. I would be writing something and I would percolate it in my prayers. As I was going into prayer, what I'd been writing about would sit around me,
Amazing.
And then 2 days later, I would open a book and there it was. There it was. And another layer. And so that was just, this book is written in prayer in a way. That was the most fascinating thing. I didn't know that, And so, it became richer and deeper just because there were so many beautiful. I was shocked at how rich and deep
And how did the aesthetics take off? I mean, you have to see how beautiful this book is. There are mandalas. There's so many things. I mean, I just want to show people this as well. There is in the book like an indication of connections to different spheres and powers of the soul. So there's the tree of life mapped onto it, plus the 5 levels of the soul, and these beautiful environments. So show, if you can show a mandala, it would be really great. Oh, look at that, there they are.
So this is a chapter on the 5 levels of the soul. There's a bit of shadow there. And each level of the soul has got a mandala. So the bottom one, the nefesh, which is our physical being, contains all the ones above.
Right.
Yeah. And so the book, in each section of the prayer book, you know which level of the soul you're praying from. Yeah.
It's just so beautiful.
So we really, right from the very beginning, we wanted the book to be beautiful. And that's what we did. The cover is from an image at the Jerusalem, the Diaspora Museum in Tel Aviv, not Jerusalem. This is a mural there.